Grand Rising. Thank you for joining another segment of These Words. Today, I want to touch on a couple topics. Mainly, though, I want to talk about group economics. Um, the picture you see on the screen is obviously Tulsa, the 1921 race massacre. You always hear about the Jews and the Holocaust and everything that they've been through, but you hardly, rarely, never, ever hear about the Tulsa burning. Anyway, I just kind of want to make the difference to kind of show you the splitting image of where Black people were and where we are today in terms of our thinking, our networking, and our building and the lack thereof. Let's go.
O.W. Gurley and J.B. Stratford, they worked together and they had a specific intent to make African Americans wealthy, landowners, entrepreneurs. They both knew what the state of Oklahoma was offering. They knew that they needed to be very intentful in creating Greenwood.
Now, just real quick, I just want to say, first of all, she said a lot of key words. Work together, two Black men working together to create something that we all can benefit from as a people. Um, and I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but later on, I'm gonna show you a video, and I want you to hear a speech, and you just tell me if you agree, because I don't feel like we've moved one iota since the eve of the Civil War. We have not progressed at all as Black people since the 1921 Tulsa massacre. Right? We haven't owned anything Black since then, but nonetheless.
These were members of a Black community who were showing Black people that a new world was possible. They were a sign and a symbol to Black communities about all of the wonderful things that we could be.
You have all sorts of businesses in Greenwood. You have everything from funeral parlors to theaters, hotel. There's a public library, a Black library. There are chili houses, cafes, restaurants. There's just everything there.
There were a dozen surgeons and doctors. There were several lawyers. There was a Black-owned photography studio.
There are Black working people, and they're not working necessarily in oil, but they're working in all sorts of businesses that are supporting the oil boom.
Greenwood was a community of necessity. It was a segregated enclave. Black folks couldn't ply their trades or purchase goods and services in the larger white community, so they created their own economy. That economy became successful because Black folks did business with one another and kept dollars largely in the Black community.
What happened?
Now, to his point, I want to say this. That's it right there. Group economics, keeping the money in our community, which we do not do. As soon as our money do not bounce in our community whatsoever, it may bounce anywhere from 12 to 18 times in the Jewish community, anywhere from 9 to 10 times in the Asian community, and so on and so forth. But in the Black community, our money don't even hit the ground. So that being said, we're gonna move right into our next video, and I just want to show you um, where we are as a people, in my opinion, and the mentality, how we think, how we move, and but yet we somehow think that we've made it.
Small cake.
Niggas feeling marvelous. Here we go.
We gotta get the shoes though. Y'all know what it is. Good night. Peace. I like that peace, man. Mom. Okay. Okay, Mom. All right. Thank you.
Not bad.
Very simplistic, okay? In life, guys, not only do you get one, you write in the book. The question of the day is, how do you want your book to end? I'm around a bunch of men that are doing amazing things in their life. Basically, you're writing chapters. Chapters get...
Real quick. Now he said he around a bunch of guys that's doing amazing things. Basically, he around a bunch of musicians, a bunch of rappers, entertainers, and that's not amazing, right? Those are jobs, right? They're not building any Greenwoods. Okay, there are no O.W. Gurleys or J.B. Strattons amongst these men. That's a fact. But nonetheless,
Get good, they get better, some get worse. It's your job to complete that book to the best of your ability. My question today is, are you focused on the ending of your book? And if so, how great do you want to make it?
Come on, babe, let's do it. Me and you go get some fucking tequila.
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. As we can tell, there's no expense being spared. We had a black billionaire's lunch. Yeah. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we're going to keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand. And ain't nothing else to us. Black excellence.
now, united we stand. So I'm assuming he's talking about the people that's there. He's not talking about the masses, the black masses. He's not talking about us as a whole or any of that, right? Now, you look at these men, and as good as they look, they do. Black men, they look very nice. Pause. No homo. But we throw on a suit and we look very nice. We look like money, even when we don't have none, right? Most of us. The point I'm making is most of these guys that you see here will not work with each other, will not create any Greenwoods or anything close to it. They all have on look like designer clothes, Gucci, Chanel, Prada, all these products in which none of us produce. But we are 100% consumers, 0% producers. We don't produce any of the things that we consume. We have not built anything black since 1921, right? But somehow we seem like we've made it because we're able to have some fancy champagne and wear a bunch of slacks with no socks. Till next time, black people, let's be real with ourselves, or don't expect nobody else to.